Hi everybody, this is Terry Kern. I am presenting my career research paper for the career counseling class at the University of Toledo, and my presentation is on my desire to be an employee assistance program counselor. I took both the self-directed survey as well as the focus assessment, and they resulted in the identification of two different overall recommendations based on the answers I provided. The self-directed survey identified an attorney in the insurance industry and a chief executive officer as job recommendations for me. And Focus identified mental health counseling and school counseling as career recommendations. I believe that there's a gap in the results relative to that because the self-directed survey really focused on asking about proficiencies that I have. And although I am very proficient in things that an attorney would do or a chief executive officer would do, such as leading people, being able to make tough decisions, being able to problem solve, reading financial statements, although those are very important things that I have had to do over the years, it's really not where my heart lies. And what Focus did was identify what my passions are and what my goals are. And I answered questions based on that. And I think that that is how the assessment got to mental health counseling and school counseling. And so I think that the thing that they both did have in common was they both identified the social aspect of my personality. I am an extrovert. I do enjoy being around people. And I enjoy working with people, and I can work individually, and I also enjoy working in teams. So both of those surveys identify those things, which have been strongly associated with me. Being a social person is something that has been prevalent in my life since I was a child. So researching the employee assistance counseling program and a job in that field, according to ONET and the Occupational Handbook, the career outlook for mental health counselors in general is what they describe as very bright. Employee assistance counselors provide short-term counseling solutions for employees as part of an overall benefit or a total compensation package that an organization would offer an employee. The employer covers counseling services for up to 5 sessions for a variety of issues, including mental health, legal issues, family and substance abuse counseling. And a study done with the U.S. Department of Defense showed that employee assistance programs are effective in helping employees manage work-life issues. And a survey was done, and the result of that is that the majority of the employees who use the employee assistance program through the Department of Defense reported less overall dysfunction, less subjective distress, and it goes on, and you can read through those. So you can see that there are positive results with employee assistance programs. I interviewed Orly McLeaner. She is the manager of employee assistance, the overall employee assistance program at Mercy Health Partners. And Orly leads a team of mental health professionals who work to create healthy work environments for Mercy Health Partners specifically. And that's something that I'm very passionate about as a human resources professional. Orly started her career in human resources management over 20 years ago, and just like me, she evolved her passion for helping others from the HR field to the counseling field. She also works with the risk management team, overseeing the emergency management system for the organization. So if some natural or man-made disaster were to happen in one of the facilities, Orly will work with the risk management team to manage that. She maintains a private practice in addition to her management responsibilities, and so that there's not a conflict of interest, she only counsels people who are not Mercy Health Partners employees, and she finds that the majority of their issues are related to substance abuse or anxiety. The EAP clients that are employees that she works with in the organization, she finds that she has a higher success rate relative to substance abuse because those employees' jobs are on the line. There are many aspects of the employee assistance programs that are similar to HR, such as building trusting relationships, confidentiality, holding people accountable, and problem solving. The challenges she sees in the field of EAP in the future are that companies are cutting back on the number of appointments they'll cover with an EAP. The standard is typically 3 to 5, and she has learned recently of organizations that have cut down to 1 or 2. And it is short-term counseling, which does require a particular skill set and a very solid resource pool, because there are employees that they encounter in the EAP that do need longer-term counseling, and so they need to be able to pull from their resource pool and provide resources for those employees. The EAP at Mercy Health Partners, which is typical of other EAP organizations as well, provides other services outside of counseling, problem assessment and referral. Obviously, confidential counseling for personal and work-related issues is included, but they also do professional coaching and career development. They do management consultations. If a manager is having an issue with a team member or a team, they'll meet with the manager. Formal mediation services. If 2 employees are not able to resolve conflict or resolve an issue, they'll get involved in that way. Critical incident stress management for traumas in the workplace. Substance abuse professional and Department of Transportation services, and they oversee the drug-free safety program, the implementation and the training of it. So those are important aspects of employee assistance as well. My evaluation of the EAP counselor career, the pros are that it really is an evolution of my career as a human resources professional. There are many times when employees over my career, I've had many employees in my office who are having really hard times coping with things that are going on in their personal life. And up until now, I've only been able to address their issues as it relates to their performance, or their attendance at work, or their need to take a leave of absence. Being a counselor is going to allow me to have a broader reach to help employees and be able to do that legally and to do it competently. It'll give me more one-on-one interaction with employees versus overseeing large groups of employees, which is what I've done up until now. And then creating and advocating for healthy work environments, which is something I'm very passionate about. The cons is that I am 49, I'll be 50 in December, and I do have a ways to go before I can become an EAP counselor, and I don't have a lot of time to move forward, but I'm moving as quickly as I can, and I do believe that age is just a number and that I will get there, and I'm determined to do that. Work-life, school balance is stressful. I would like to go on to get my PhD, and you know, if I do that and working with an EAP organization, that's going to cause a lot of stress. And EAP counselors have potential for compassion fatigue. We oftentimes, you know, listening to other people's problems in the workplace, like all counselors, there tends to be that potential, and so I will have to be very cognizant of that and aware of it. My yearly personal plan, my annual plan for this coming year in the fall, I will be doing my practicum at Court Diagnostics and Testing Center with Darren Love, who is a very renowned, very competent mental health counselor. I will be job shadowing orally, and I'll be job shadowing Chris Pawson, who is the head of the EAP over at Owens Corning. And I will be balancing work and school, making sure that I maintain a focus on both of those things. And then in the spring, I'll be interning at Court Diagnostics and Testing Center again with Darren. And I will be getting involved with the Employee Assistance Professional Association meetings here locally in Toledo. I've been invited to participate in that. And then in May of 2015, I graduate. So that is my presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them on the discussion board and I will answer them. Thank you.